Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel, Dylan DeBiase Music, where we're talking all things bass and all things music all the time. So honestly, today's a tough video, man. It's tough to make a video like this, but I kind of wanted to address just something that has been going on with me this whole fall, really, and winter. I honestly kind of took I took a big step back from playing music and being out in the scene in New York, and it's been interesting to sort of pull back from something that I've been so heavily involved with for such a large part of my adult life. And I guess I just wanted to take a second to reflect on it, talk about where I am in regards to my relationship to music, how I plan to move forward, I guess, because I think it might be something that just resonates with some other musicians or some people out there. To preface this, I do have some quite a bit of music coming out that I'm really excited to release, and I'm kind of excited to jump back in with both feet into the music scene and get some releases going and play some more gigs. But I started kind of to take an extended hiatus from playing gigs, like I guess basically like September or so. um, I think right now, actually, it's probably been the longest in my life since I've since I've, which is crazy to say, like the longest amount of time since I've played a gig out. I haven't played out in like 3 months. It's a pretty long time, and of course, I'm lucky because music is not the only way that I make money and that I bring in money, but it is still something that's pretty significant in my life. I do make money with it, and I don't know. I guess I just really started to feel like frustrated because as I got older, I always thought that with music and with the things that I was creating and what I was putting out there, that things would start to get easier, or that like I would, start to develop some sort of snowball effect, or that things would start rolling in a good direction. And not that they haven't, and I know I've done some amazing things. I've done a lot more than a lot of people ever get to. I've toured with my idols, Grammy winners. I've played thousands of shows on all types of different stages with thousands, of different artists. And I mean, it's been an awesome ride, and it continues to be. I think that's part of what I realized in this extended period of time off, is that music's always going to be part of who I am and part of my life, no matter what else I'm doing. So I decided to kind of take a little bit of pressure off myself this last little period of my life, and kind of allow some other things that I was enjoying in life to sort of flourish and sort of move forward. I think it is important to acknowledge how significant and kind of nice the respite can be from something that you've been pushing for 10 years. It really takes a lot out of you to put almost all your free time into something, and all of your kind of non-working energy and a lot of your working energy into getting better at your chosen instrument, putting music out there, putting almost all your money into studio time. And I think at a certain point, I started to get really frustrated, like last year, just with the amount that I had, in my own feeling, like given to music, kind of the amount of myself that I had given to music, and the return, or like the ROI that was coming back to me. And I think I just hit a little bit of a breaking point where I really needed a break, because I was just so bummed out by it, honestly. Like it was just kind of, I felt like consistently, even things that I was doing like at a professional level, I'd be like, all right, I feel like I'm pretty close to a professional bass player, done a lot of pro gigs. I've done weddings, done all this stuff. Still, it's pretty hard with music to make ends meet. On top of that, with the creative pursuits that I'm after, and the pushes that I'm doing in those realms, the return is really just honestly, like at the end of the day, for the most part, it's like friendship. Sometimes you get these great fun tours and these awesome times that you get to have with your friends, which of course last forever, and they're beautiful and wonderful, and I'm so grateful for them. But at the same time, it can be kind of frustrating to feel like you've done something for so long, 10 years, and still sometimes in a way you kind of feel like you're like, how could I possibly still be at square one kind of with this? And it's almost like comical, or it makes you wonder if you're like an idiot or something, or if you're like, are you doing something wrong? Clearly, obviously, to push my own music, maybe I have been doing something wrong. I decided I was just like gonna kind of take a little step back and sort of reassess where I'm at in life. And before this, it was really hard to even, think about my life outside of music, because music was so intensely my main passion and my goal in life. And in a way, it still is. And I still work every day to get better, and I'm still, really excited to continue putting out songs and making music. But I think, you also have to reflect and look at where you've kind of gone wrong, or where you're at in life, and take a step back and see where you can get better and how you can push forward in a different way. And I guess I just wanted to address this because a lot of people have asked me recently. They've been like, "Hey, I haven't seen you doing a lot of stuff," or like, what's up? Are you good?" Like, is stuff like that, because they know me so inherently as someone who's in the music community and doing a lot of music, that like to see me not doing gigs was kind of like, "Hey, like what's going on with Dylan? Is he like all right and stuff?" And and I am fine. Um, I think I just needed to go and explore some other avenues of my life and my passions. There's no doubt that it's definitely true that as you get older, I'm 33 now, and different, financial things start to come into play, like the importance of kind of some security, some level of security in life, helping out loved ones, being able to not feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck or living gig to gig. That stuff sort of does start to become important, and it's been interesting to feel that feeling where it's something that I always was like, oh, I'll always put music first, like it'll never matter, I'll always like sleep on that floor and like go on that dang tour and do this and all that stuff. And then suddenly you get to a point where you're like, damn, I don't know. I don't know if I can always do that, or I don't know if I can always make these concessions in life, because some of these different things, the weight on the scale starts to really tip and change. And one of the reasons I really wanted to make this video also is because I really wanted to get some feedback from other people, other musicians, people who are maybe going through similar things, people who always also feel like maybe the ROI on their music career or the things that they're trying to do have just not panned out quite the way they thought. And I'm not saying that anything's done and finished. And in a way, I feel like I'm just getting started in life, really, which is great. But at the same time, you can start to feel like, where is this headed? And like, I don't always see the trajectory. And even though I've gotten to do these huge things that are awesome, sometimes I feel like I've climbed up this big mountain, and then at the end of that, it's just kind of like slowly sort of gone back down to a 0 point, and I'm sort of just like back where I started. And I guess sometimes that's the nature of freelance work and the type of community I'm in and things like that, where you really don't ever know where the next opportunity is going to come from, and you don't always know what to expect, and you're never guaranteed really anything. That can be difficult. It can definitely be difficult on your mental health or mental state. It definitely has been for me in certain times, and I think in a way, I'll never feel fully great if I'm not making music or being creative. So I know that that'll always be part of my life moving forward, and bass playing will always be a super important thing for me. And I have full belief that this channel will start to really take off, which I'm excited about. um, but at the same time, I think I've learned a lot about myself by stepping away from music, and I've learned that there are things that make me me that are not music related, that are really awesome and great and cool. And I'm actually, I have a lot of fulfillment outside of music that I was able to find. And I think that also is a really important part of the last few months of my life, and the reason that I've been a little bit slow on my channel, slow with pushing things out, and slow with making new music. For the most part, I just wanted to get it out there that sometimes you need to take a step back and breathe a little bit, and let life happen to you, and see where you're at. If that resonates with you, or if any of these topics are things that you're going on in your life, please put in the comments and let me know, and feel free to reach out to me as well. And I'm always happy to talk about stuff like this because I think it's really important. I'm excited for the future, and I'm looking forward to sharing more with you guys. Thanks for being here. All right, I'm out.